Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? Ready? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Gun. See me. You don't want me. Shit. Express. Mike 54. Mike.
On 1st and 10, Newton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check out 20. Kill. Let's go. Come on. Check. Lucky. 8. Shit.
They'll run it with Neal. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Great.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Flushed out right, and he hits Drake. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the ready. Check 9.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll escape to his left. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back. Sponge.
They run with Neal. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. And on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Ready? 180. Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Great. 59. Check.
They fake the give. Newton. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is Neal. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right at the 8. Gun. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Mike, check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, it's complete to Drake. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
3 bucks. Wait, 8. Watch the ship. Wait, fast. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
A shotgun snap for Newton. It's complete to Robinson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
8.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run here with Ballage. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? Yeah, ready? Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Double dog, double dog. Hey! Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Ready?
Balaj. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready? Ready? Check 56. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Deuce. Great. 56. Gun. 56. Watch the slant. 56.
Play action. It's Newton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
54, right there.
From the gun, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And an alley to run. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check pass. Gun. Kill. Hey! Kill. 25. Check 25.
Again, they run with Neal. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Great. Watch the screen. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9.
Newton on third down. And it's caught by Parker. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Check, 59. Yeah. 20. Check, 6 guys. Gun.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On third down, it's Neal, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Now it's Newton. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Hey, high 7.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wk2 got the sack there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Steps, and he's going to go down again. Wk2 able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with Neal, and he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Greg! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Greg!
2nd and 5 now. Newton, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there's no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Gun.
Operating from the gun. Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Check. Watch 54. And let's get this. 8.
On 1st down, it's Neal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Ready? Check 180. Check Mike 54. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Now a draw play with Drake. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Kill 20.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. On 1st down, Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
20.
From the red zone now, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brian Burns able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To try again after the sack. Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Parker, the intended target. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
You draw Parker.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. McCaffrey. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Right back to Drake, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 988. Greg. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 9. Newton. This is caught by Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Newton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
20. 8.
From the gun, Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Mike is 59. Mike.
Gun.
Come on. Check 24.
Newton to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Allen Robinson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Nice, sweetheart.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Miami, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.